It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Pats and the Eagles, and it's coming up next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Patriots, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from a challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of brawn.
Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at two different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Flushed out right, and he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Hurts. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Let's go, let's go!
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on 1st down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. From the gun, it's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. Hurts fumbles it. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So here are the Patriots now in excellent field position to start things out. They'll be led by the Heisman finalist from a season ago, the rookie from Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster, and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Throwing Jones. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5 now. Jones. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now Jones. Complete. It's Henry. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Get ready! Get ready!
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
First and goal from just inside the 5. Back to throw. Jones. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Well, they ran the toss, trusting he had the speed to get to the edge, and he did.
And there really wasn't any doubt about that because the scouting report told you that this guy could flat out run. When you give him a little bit of space and a chance to get there, he usually does.
Nick Folk for the point after. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing is Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. Back deep for the Patriots, Gunnar Olszewski. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Patriots take over. New England trying to get a place on offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones throwing the out route incomplete. That's Henry. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? That catch good for only a couple.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected, but sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to, so sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Forced out to his left. Pushing through the contact. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Watkins. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 37.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. And incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. And it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
It's over. Let's dominate. Come on now.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, 37 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taylor now from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
This time they stay on the ground. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The Patriots send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. "37 yards on the punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Working with his 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for New England. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. On the return is J.J. Taylor. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Oh, way to hang in there.
The Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. He completes it to Henry. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's caught left side, Myers with it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. They go play action with Hurts. Got a man complete. This is Richard Rodgers.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll set up a throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And Pascal's got it. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Hurts going to keep it again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. 19 yards for Miles Sanders. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taylor now to return it. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Now, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Credit the tackle to Darius Slay. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Going up top. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Dietrich Wise just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
The Eagles on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 17. Back to throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. New England's offense set to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for New England. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Looking to throw. Jones. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Henry. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Jones throw there complete to Myers. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Come on with it, man.
And in a 2-score game, obviously every play, every 3rd down like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They hand this off to Harris. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. Jones. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Folk's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another run here with Sanders. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Olszewski now to return. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So now Jones and the Patriots trailing 17-10, a little over 80 ticks to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Now Jones. He's got Henry. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Here's Jones to Henry. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw is Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Jones. That ball's caught. Aguilar, right side. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Well, Charles, an absolutely thrilling finish there at the end, down to the final play. Got it close to the goal line, but couldn't punch it in.
How much fun was that ending, though, for us?
We were standing up.
I had to. You had to get out of your seat for that one. That close to the goal line? Oh, that was fun.